Hey guys, Big and Gene one-on-one students. I am Ben. I used to be in the chair you're sitting in, or maybe not chair. I don't know if this is through Zoom or in person, but I used to be a freshman back in 2016, and I was a genetics major. I added on an entomology major as well, and now I'm in the PhD program for genetics. And you might see me in one of your classes when y'all take Gene 312. So I'm looking forward to that. But all right, let's look at these questions that Dr. Glasner put out for us to answer for y'all. Okay. What were the most important things I learned by doing research? So with classes versus research, you're gonna learn so much more by actually doing the research that goes into some of these science concepts that are like y'all are learning, like actually doing a PCR and actually running gels and actually digesting genes with restriction enzymes. Like these are all things that you're gonna read about, and it's not gonna ever really just come to, I guess, a clear understanding until you actually do it. So you can learn a lot more from the lab, and your lab members can also help you out and help you learn a lot of different things. And they help you with just learning how to troubleshoot in the lab. And so that troubleshooting, like trying to figure out what's going on, what's wrong with your project, you can translate that into in the exam when you're trying to problem solve these questions or trying to do anything like that. Okay, next question. How did you apply to a lab? So I just sent out not mass emails. I try to personalize each email and just send them out to a lot of professors. So that's all we do. That's all I do. When did you start 491 research? Well, I started when I was a sophomore, and it's pretty early, but there was an opportunity that was posted by the academic advisors, and I just applied. And then the next semester, I ended up going to entomology, and that research was able to be counted as a gene credit. And so don't be restricted by just having gene or bit credits. Like you can go to virtually so many different departments, like chemical engineering. You can go to the medical building out in there in Bryan. You can go to entomology, plant bio, anything you want, as long as it can tie back to biochem or genetics, which is what? Genes, proteins, RNA. It's pretty broad, especially since, research is just growing each and every day and just incorporating multiple disciplines. How many 491 credits did I take per semester? Well, I just wanted to add 3 at once for that one semester, but you can go one at a time. But if you just don't really like that lab life, it's just good to add it like a 3-hour class and then do your 1 credit hour of writing. And you don't even have to be at the lab for that 1 credit hour of writing, intensive credits. How many semesters did you do research? Well, I wanted to do the PhD. I wanted to be a researcher, so I did, since sophomore year, so that was like 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, like 6 semesters of it. So not everyone has to do that. It's just something I did for my path. And even if you don't want to do research, any research experience is just valuable for employment. Like employers like to see that you know how to troubleshoot, or maybe you have some technical skills that could translate well into their industry or into their company, or maybe they just know that you're a very curious human being and that you're open-minded and that you're willing to explore different subjects. These are all just valuable intangibles. Did you co-author a publication? I wish. I I did Student Research Week. That was fun, good experience, and also did some scientific conferences. Just doing stuff like that, it's free. There's many offered on campus, and they're a super boost to your application, especially if you want to do medical school, graduate school, any kind of schooling afterwards, because it's going to show that you're able to learn the research, talk about the research, and actually try to convey that information to people and do it in a concise manner. It's just great skills all around. And what did you wish someone had told me about doing research? I wish someone told me about how much diversity there is on campus, because I would have done maybe genetic research in the chemical engineering department, or maybe I would have went to the medical center in Bryan, or maybe I would have went over to plant pathology. Like there's just so many different opportunities out there that you just gotta do your background research and look at. Well, my 5 minutes is almost up, but I hope y'all learned quite a bit from this. All right, see ya guys. Thanks and giggle.